It's been a little while since I've talked about Vic Mignogna. We're still waiting on the appeal to go through in his lawsuit. So until that happens, there's really not much to talk about other than the fact that the people that have tried to destroy his life are still at it, still looking for attention. And now the people that have tried to destroy him put out a podcast recently talking about it, trying to drum up more attention, which I refuse to cover. This is the only time that I've ever even talked about it, at least in a video, because, well, it's relevant to what I'm about to get into. Now, most of these voice actors have revealed themselves to be gigantic turds over the past couple of years, and it's only helped make my love of Japanese subtitles for anime much more firmer. Now, what I want to talk about is one of their fellow voice actors, Daman Mills. He's voiced characters in Dragon Ball and even as recently playing Sephiroth in Final Fantasy VII Remake, I believe. Here's an old quote from him when he came out in support of the people that were trying to destroy Vic Mignogna. I'm not going to go over the history of Vic Mignogna too much because, I mean, it's a long story. Short end of it, there's a lot of people that are going after him that were never telling the truth, and I believe Vic Mignogna to be the true victim of a pretty shitty situation. But nonetheless, a lot of people like Daman Mills came out in support of Jamie and Monica with texts like this: many voices have been echoing a pressing issue, and this needs a strong, united front. I believe survivors. It takes a tremendous level of courage to speak openly about any kind of sexual assault and trauma. Please support victims. Don't dismiss their stories. There's truth to be heard. Then Mitch Walter comes in. Sorry, no, 1,000 stories are still only words in the wind. And words can tell lies as easily, if not more so, than truths. I'd rather doubt what I do not know for certain is true than believe what turns out to be a complete lie. I agree with that 100%. Right. I like to see evidence and facts when it comes to these kind of allegations. I think that it should all be worked out through a police investigation and a court of law. Now, that doesn't quite work out for some people, so to quickly get things moving, they'll go to the court of public opinion, a kangaroo court, if you will, because that's what Twitter is. And your life is pretty much ruined and done without ever being convicted. You find yourself out of work and quite alone, and it's terrifying. Daman Mills responds, and statements like these are exactly why predators get away with their actions and why the voices of rape and assault victims fall on deaf ears. With as many stories that are being told, even if one is true, that's far too many. Well, per usual, people that decided to be loud and cancel Vic Mignogna turn out to be quite the hypocrites because, well, quite a little bit of news has come out on Daman Mills. Quite a bit of news. He plays the more recent Freeza, not the great Christopher Aries. I want to just point that out. Or Linda Young. Christopher was an amazing Freeza, by the way. Amazing Freeza. Rest in peace to that man. He was also, for as far as I know, a good man. Was still cool with Vic after all that shit went down. So, rest in peace and thoughts to his family. No, he had to step down because he was sick. Daman Mills came in to replace him after Christopher Aries can no longer play the role. He's got a lot of other roles that he's done as well. As you can see, let's click on his name, and it should give us some roles. Here you go, right here. He's in My Hero Academia, One Piece, Holy Night, on and on and on. There's a lot of shit that he's done, I'm sure. Here's some more. Quite an active resume he's got here of stuff. I wonder what's going to happen to him. Now, I'm forced to just do what he wished. He wanted me to believe the victim of this story wholeheartedly, even though he's now saying that the guy's a liar, by the way. He called him a liar. I'm going to go over this story. Here's the basic. Dragon Ball Final Fantasy voice actor accused of sexual misconduct. Voice actor Daman Mills was accused of sexual misconduct by an Ohio man who says he was just 15 when he met the actor. As reported by a shitty website, the alleged victim, who has asked to be referred to only as Duncan in order to protect his identity, has accused Mills of repeatedly molesting him between the ages of 14 between the years of 2014 and 2015, according to Duncan Mills. According to Duncan, Mills originally befriended him in 2012 when Duncan was 15 years old and the voice actor was 20. According to Duncan, Mills tried repeatedly to initiate a romantic relationship with him, but he insisted on keeping the relationship platonic. I tried to be as nice as possible, while also stating that I did not feel the same, but I didn't want it to affect our friendship. He continued to talk to me every day, texting me constantly, getting angry and emotionally attacking me as if I did not respond as quickly as he did. He would often bring up that he felt sexually and emotionally attached to me. All of these things I would try to avoid, Duncan wrote in a public statement that documents his history with Mills. In the statement, Duncan states that Mills got physical with him when he was just 16 years old. I awoke that night to him heavily wrapped against me. I felt confused and outraged. This man I had been vulnerable to, taking advantage of my trust, he wrote. Duncan alleges that Mills followed him on multiple occasions, and once he awoke to find Mills masturbating next to him. I was so alarmed that it took me a couple of days to bring this up to him. He then admitted to me that he had been pleasuring himself in my bed. He also told me he would get off to the idea of me a lot. Duncan stated. The alleged victim also states that on his 17th birthday, Mills spent hours trying to pressure Duncan into giving him oral sex. These incidents are said to have taken place in the state of Ohio, where the age of consent is 16. Duncan told Anne that he is coming forward after several years to trying to encourage other victims to speak out. I'm just trying to get this story out there because this did happen. As unbiased as I can be, this all did happen to me, and when things like this happen, people should feel comfortable to speak up about it. Mills has sent Duncan a cease and desist letter for the public document and has previously stated that he believes the relationship between him and Duncan was mutual and consensual. The actor has stated that on the advice of his legal counsel, he will not comment further on the allegations. Mills is best known for providing the English voices of Freeza in Dragon Ball. And also, he played, what was that guy's name? Kawaru? That's Kawari or Kawaru. That's the final angel, right? The one that Shinji was, kind of into. Yeah, I believe he is. He also portrayed Willem Weiss in Final Fantasy VII Remake episode Intermission. So there you go. There you go. Now, what's funny about this is how he's acting. It's how he's acting. So he sends a cease and desist and everything was consensual, but what happened to this? What happened to believing people and supporting them, Damon? Hypocritical, kind of, right? Everybody that went after Vic has slowly but surely been exposed as kind of a piece of shit, to be honest. And I'm not saying that this guy did anything. I don't know what happened between him and this Duncan guy. I have no idea if Duncan is telling the truth or if Damon is telling the truth. But what I do want to point out is the hypocrisy of these people. Like, look how he's acting here, and then what happens? He comes in, and now he's throwing this guy under the bus. It's hypocritical. But by his own words here, I'm forced to stand with the victim. Forced to stand with the victim, who, by the way, unlike some other people, has released some receipts. Here's Daman. Why the F is your picture? And that's blurred out, by the way. That's from the vid, and he's hot. I really like to see this video. Show me, show me, show me, show me. And then this other one. Dude, I know the feeling more than you can know. And that's why I'm reaching out, because of that. I feel so effing badly. I would about die. I mean, even though we haven't really dated, I'm still dealing with my unrequited feelings for, and that's the alleged victim's name blurred out, every day. Not his fault at all. I just can't shake him. I cried to him on my birthday like a bitch because sometimes I don't know what to do. But I mean, geez, I want to hug you. I don't know what else I can say to help at all except be there for you 1,000,000%. 1,000,000% or something. So, yeah, a little interesting turn of events here. Another Vic hater turns out to be a creep. Never trust a male feminist. But who knows? Maybe he didn't do anything. But like I said, I'm just honoring his wishes and standing with the victim. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Also, if you would please share the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell, throw a like up, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out. Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. Usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up.